Hello, and thank you for joining us this morning on our studies through 1 Samuel. Today we come to 1 Samuel chapter 3. Samuel has been brought into the service of the Lord under Eli the high priest. And as we come into chapter 3, he has been serving Eli for some time. We do not know the exact time frame or exactly what age Samuel is at this juncture, but he is old enough to be into the age of apprenticeship in the priesthood and to have responsibilities within the tabernacle at this particular time. And so as we come into chapter 3, we're going to have the first instance of God calling to Samuel. And so take a look with me at what it is that we find in these first 21 verses of the third chapter of 1 Samuel. Beginning in verse 1, we read, "Now the boy Samuel ministered to the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was rare in those days. There was no widespread revelation. And it came to pass at that time, while Eli was lying down in his place, and when his eyes had begun to grow dim so that he could not see, and before the lamp of the God went out in the tabernacle of the Lord, where the ark was, and while Samuel was lying down, that the Lord called Samuel. And he answered, Here I am. So he ran to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. And he said, I did not call. Lie down again. And he went and lay down. Then the Lord called yet again, Samuel. So Samuel arose and went to Eli, and said, Here I am, for you called me. He answered, I did not call, my son. Lie down again. Now Samuel did not yet know the Lord, nor was the word of the Lord yet revealed to him. And the Lord called Samuel again the third time. So he arose and went to Eli and said, Here I am, for you called me. Then Eli perceived that the Lord had called the boy. Therefore Eli said to Samuel, Go, lie down, and it shall be, if he calls you, that you must say, Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. So Samuel went and lay down in his place. Now the Lord came and stood and called as at other times, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel answered, Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. Then the Lord said to Samuel, Behold, I will do something in Israel at which both ears of everyone who hear it will tingle. In that day I will perform against Eli all that I have spoken concerning his house from beginning to end. For I have told him that I will judge his house forever for the iniquity which he knows, because his sons made themselves vile, and he did not restrain them. And therefore I have sworn to the house of Eli that the iniquity of Eli's house shall not be atoned for by sacrifice or offering forever. So Samuel lay down until morning, and opened the doors of the house of the Lord. And Samuel was afraid to tell Eli the vision. Then Eli called Samuel and said, Samuel, my son. He answered, Here I am. And he said, What is the word that the Lord spoke to you? Please do not hide it from me. God do so to you, and more also if you hide anything from me of all the things that he said to you. Then Samuel told him everything, and hid nothing from him. And he said, It is the Lord. Let him do what seems good to him. So Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him, and let none of his words fall to the ground. And all Israel from Dan to Beersheba knew that Samuel had been established as a prophet of the Lord. Then the Lord appeared again in Shiloh, for the Lord revealed himself to Samuel in Shiloh by the word of the Lord. Here in chapter 3, we have God first calling Samuel as a prophet and utilizing him as a prophet in Israel. His reputation is going to very rapidly grow from there. Tomorrow, Lord willing, we will come back. We will examine some of the lessons that we need to learn from the things that take place here in 1 Samuel chapter 3. But until then, I hope you have a great day.